Welcome everyone to the Modern Day Women Show. So today we are going to be discussing social media versus reality. We have a special guest with us today as well, who has faced his own negative impact on social media. We will be speaking to Warren later on in the show. So let's kick off. Chloe, why are we so disconnected from real life and constantly chasing made-up perfections?
I think with social media, there is this kind of pressure to kind of live our best lives.
Yeah.
And to have that, the best version of ourselves always on show.
Yeah.
So that, for me, is, I think, something that I always try and be conscious of when I'm taking things in on my feed.
Yeah.
There's an article here from the thoughtscatalog.com that says, real life is real life for everyone across the board. We all have our own struggles. We all have a sink full of dishes. We all go 2 or 3 days without changing out of our comfy pants.
I don't know about that though.
It's fine. But, 3 days.
Does that mean you don't change your knickers as well? I don't know about that. But okay.
Turn them inside out.
Yeah.
If someone chooses to only show off the highlights of their life, that's their prerogative. Just know that isn't the whole story.
Completely. Yeah. That is like 100%.
You can live your best life in sweatpants.
Yeah.
No one agreed with
But
that.
I mean, I think you got to change them, you know?
From time to time.
You got to wash your bits, you know? You can't be smelling all frowsy just because you're saying it at like, you know, that's reality for me anyway. I don't know about everybody else, Chloe. So do we think social media is an addiction? Is it an addiction, Edith, do you think?
Oh, for some people.
Yeah.
It's the first thing they do when they wake up.
It is.
And for me, my alarm goes off, so that's the only reason why I touch my phone.
Yeah.
But I tend to just give myself 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my client actually said to me, she said she does not look at her phone before she leaves her house.
That's really
And
good.
when she leaves her house, then she'll check work and all of that.
Yeah. I think I'm really guilty of that, like waking up and then just looking on my phone, looking to see what's come through last night and stuff. But that is a bad habit.
It is really addictive. It can get definitely out of control.
But I think now that is some people's job. Like that is it.
Yeah.
Like Instagram that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
So for it, I guess it depends on what aspect you're kind of looking at it from.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think and addictive in terms of us wanting to check and see what's going on. Yeah. I think everyone's kind of guilty of it.
But I mean, I think social media is definitely a positive and there's a negative. I mean, in terms of business, for me, it's a good, and for you as well, it's a good way to promote your business. It's a good way to get it out there.
But you put in massive amount of free time.
Yeah, you do.
And I absolutely run it as my work.
Yeah.
As my work.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it brings me my work as well. So it really does, it works.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of effort.
It is. And some of the things that we see on there, especially as like women and stuff, a lot of insecurities are built from looking at social media.
Comparing yourselves.
Absolutely. It's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on not just women actually, men, women, young people.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
What is social media? What is the social media life teaching the next generation? Young people are more interested in gaining likes and followers than concentrating on their studies and careers. How do we stop these effects, Charlene?
I think it depends on what kind of career you want.
Yeah.
And I think everyone should use social media as a tool to like promote their business. But if Instagram went down tomorrow, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to generate work?
Yeah.
You know? I guess it's like us showing our age now, but MySpace years ago was like a thing. But where is that?
Oh my God.
So it's like, I think it's good. Like we use social media at work as well, but that is not the only way. We kind of use it as to show our presence and to be there, but it's not the only way that we get clients.
But
and
I think it is actually coming in as like topics into school, like social media.
Yeah.
I think it will if it's not, I think it probably will enter into schools.
Yeah.
It is an actual career now, isn't it?
Yeah.
For some people.
But I just think it would be mad if they start teaching that in schools and they're missing out like so many fundamental things that they should be teaching in schools. You're going to teach them about social media, that's just crazy.
Because like at night time when it was time for my daughter to go to bed, she's like, all right, good night, Mom. But then you're on your phone.
Yeah.
On your phone, and then you can't wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like, in moderation, you have...
I would be scared to actually be in school studying and have the social media we
that
have
we
today.
have, yeah. But how do
Can
we
you
how do we
imagine?
kind of coach our children to deal with social media as they're growing up? You know, because how are we gonna, like you said, Edith, your daughter was meant to be sleeping and
In
she's
moderation,
on her phone.
in moderation. So I had to be a little bit more strategic with her because I thought, you know, she's 14, she's got her phone, she wants to just, you know, be up there with her friends. But I said, no, 8 o'clock, you put the phone down and you're straight to bed. Even if you meditate or think about what you're going to do tomorrow, at least you're not on your phone.
I know
And then
some-
definitely
I think
taking it away.
I think someone told me they stopped the internet at 8 o'clock or something.
You can. There's apps that you can shut down your child's phone. And
you can switch it off.
That's necessary, I
But then I
think.
guess it's like parents leading from example, because I guess our kids see us on our phones.
Exactly.
It's true.
It's like, I think
It does.
you have to
spiral
look at the
effect.
balance. If you're kind of with them, do you kind of dedicate time with them? And is there like a dedicated time you're on your phone? And then it's like, well,
It's just having discipline, isn't it?
And moderation, like I said.
It is all about moderation. As mothers, I'm sure we have all felt like we are constantly up against trying to be the perfect mum based on things we see on socials. But realistically, that is not reality. Kim?
I have an article about this actually from motherly.com, and it's every time I log onto Facebook, Instagram or social media site, I'm typically slammed with photos and videos of what appear to be the perfect mums I see every week at school, work or other activities. These aren't actresses, but real women in my social circles who appear by their social media posts to be doing motherhood better. That is just a photo.
It is.
It's just a photo.
You can't.
You are all shoving like your kid's head through a jumper, trying to waggle their feet through socks, shoving them into their car. Like, it's just a photo. It's and you know, I think it's
you can't
really
live your life
important.
based on what you see from someone's photo because it's very unrealistic.
And it just shows like maybe if you're seeing that on your feed, you're following the wrong people.
Yeah, it's true.
If it makes you feel away, then definitely.
yeah.
It's so funny. I get messages sometimes where I've taken the girls out or I've done something, and they're like, "Oh, you're amazing, mom! Oh my god, you did this! You take them out." I was like, I'm laughing because that day I felt really crap about myself because I lost it how many times? I was ready to go. But it's like that's just a snippet.
But then that's kind of like a compliment.
Like
a compliment
but
at the right
it
time.
makes me laugh though because
You're doing it right.
the contrast of what I felt and what they saw was like, oh, that's funny. It was nice in a way because it made me feel like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm doing
That's
it.
what
But
I do.
it's funny.
Really try to show like the vulnerable sides or the stress sides or like I really try to capture those moments, especially on my social media, to show that it's
not all perfect.
It's not all perfect. No,
and you do that really well, I think.
You do.
You
really
do.
do.
I never.
Just even down to the like, sometimes when your house is a mess and you still
get
just
out of here!
but you still just roll through with your workouts. Like, that's real. Do you know what I mean?
I do try to tidy up.
But it's just real, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what I really try to portray, and I think it's important.
Yeah.
It's really...
So to the mothers who are barely holding on to reality, as we all know how hard it can be, here are some fake illusion photos of myself and my son. So in this photo, me and my son, we look really happy. The car looks really clean, but it's not. So literally 2 minutes before my son chucked Ribena and What's-It on the floor. If I had taken a photo from a different angle, you would have seen literal mess underneath there. But like the photo shows, it's a fake illusion because we all look like it's happy and smiles, but I was just shouting at him 2 minutes ago. But I'm all like, ding. Kimmy, what's yours?
Mine's when I'm actually trying to film my fitness videos. My son just stands in front of the camera and he will block the whole screen. So it's literally like, there's just not me behind him at all. And I actually have to shout at him.
Yeah.
I'm like, move! Carter, that's not fair.
That is your line as well. Chloe, what's yours?
Mine isn't even a fake illusion. Mine is straight up what happens behind
Reality.
the scenes. These are my kids. So this was at our last photo shoot when we did the modern day women and kids, and we all did like really cute little pictures. We're all like, oh, happy with our kids. As soon as the camera is off and the kids need to clear the stage, I'm trying to crawl away, and my kids are like, no, you're going nowhere, Mom. You're going nowhere. And I'm like literally clawing back, like, no.
Oh, you should have said the one when your daughter didn't want to get down.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Kelly looks happy and dancing around,
my
and my
God.
daughter was like, you're not letting me go today.
She was heavy.
Yeah.
It was an experience.
It was
with
an
the kids.
experience. So Charlene, relationships are being like really glamorized on social media now. Like, what do you think? Do you feel like, you know, this is a fake relationship thing with the whole social media?
I guess people don't really post bad things. You know,
Yeah.
people always post like the good things if they're going on holiday
Yeah.
or if they've gone out, but we don't see like, oh, actually they're
The
having a
negative.
bad day. Because some people just not going to put that up, and I
Yeah.
guess that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Can
And
you
actually-
actually
sorry.
imagine? Sorry to like
No, it's
cut
fine.
you off there. Can you imagine if we all just saw negative feed?
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be a mix and blend of reality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all positive. Relationships are not all great. So they're
Yeah.
glamorized so much on social media, but that's not always the case.
No. This article actually kind of talks a little bit about that. So it's Standard Media Online, and it's Chris and Shannon Watts were a match made in heaven, and at least that's what social media pages projected. The Colorado couple's Facebook page was filled with beautiful photos of their vacations on sandy beaches and getaways with their daughter. Posts brightened by smiles that made their social media following think that their marriage was blissful. But last month, the internet was hit by the news that Chris had murdered his wife.
Wow.
And it came to light that behind the numerous posts of success hid the reality of the family that was falling apart.
Wow.
They were crumbling under the weight of financial burdens and relationship wrangles that had been masked by a playful, perfect life on social media.
Yep. So I think the point of the story is like you can't really pay attention to, you know, relationship goals,
There's
hashtag
more
relationship
behind
goals.
the picture.
There's much more
Sometimes
behind the picture.
What I've noticed, and I think from my experience in my past as well, is that sometimes when you put it out there, it's because you kind of, you're pushing it because you want to believe that you're really in this happy marriage, and that's what you want to portray. Because
but it's
and
fake.
sometimes you can push it more when you're in that place.
Yeah.
You know, I prefer not to put it out too much.
Yeah.
About relationships.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Keep it
Not-
private.
you don't have to hide it, but just
Yeah.
they don't need to know everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm going to start you with my question. And what are the pros and cons of being a social media influencer / model?
Pros and cons, I'd say there's more cons than pros. Everyone thinks this is glam life, influencer, you're traveling around, you're doing everything, but really it takes effect on like you mentally, physically. You have to look a certain way all the time. But with your private life, you have to put that on your feed to keep people engaged as well. I like to have a private life, but my private life has gone onto social media massively and it's took effect, and it's like there's a knock-on effect with it. I don't know, it's a hard one. You can just get caught up in social media so much that it becomes your actual private life.
Yeah.
Comes your world.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And once you live in a fake world for so long, you start questioning everything, and you find yourself on your phone. Like, I'm addicted to Instagram. Like, I hold my hands up. I'm addicted. I used to hate social media, but I just can't come off it.
Wow.
I've got to look at what other people are doing to get content ideas, to see why are they doing that, and fashion tips and this and that.
Yeah.
And you're just wrapped up, wrapped up.
Really?
Gosh.
So
Yeah.
Everyone
That's
wants sorry, my question. Everyone wants people to think they're happy, that things are going well, and that life is good all the time. Why are we not living in the reality of our lives?
people always put like quotes up like take every day as it comes and all that, but
Yeah.
they're the people that are on their phone all the time and not practicing what they're preaching. And
So true.
I say things like, I need to live more in the moment,
Yeah.
but I don't. Like, I haven't dropped my phone down, left it, walked away, done bits, gone on a walk, take it in, like, because I'm just too wrapped up.
Yeah.
And everything's just evolved around social media. I go to the cinema, I got to make sure I boomerang this to let everyone know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Going out for food with my friends, yo guys, just stop for a second and think actually, like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's
Appreciate
actually-
the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's your income though,
Yeah, so like I went private the other day. I just took myself off for 2 weeks. I went private and I lost work because my account was on private. Now, if it was up to me, I'd keep it on private, but I need to work, I need to earn money. So having Instagram or any socials as your main source of income, it's not longevity, it's not, it's just gonna have an effect on you and it's not the way forward. Get something like, and just do it as a hobby, like enjoy it. Go out with your girls and do the cheers and stuff, but just put your phone away and focus on something more substantial to what. Do you know?
So, there is so much pressure nowadays for people to look a certain way, and many people are photoshopping their pictures for the hashtag body goals. What are the negative effects of this?
Well,
have you hashtagged that?
I don't hashtag body goals.
I don't know about hashtagging body goals, but there's definitely pressure to look a certain way, male and female.
Yeah.
I'll do it from a male point of view. You see guys lifting in the gym that are probably on all sorts, to be fair, like, and everyone wants to look like that. Girls, there's things like face tune-ups, airbrush, like don't believe what you see on the gram. That's why they're saying, do it for the gram. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen pictures go through 2-3 apps before it makes the actual feed. Like, that's a process, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me just do the background, let me just make my nose a little smaller, let me just make my booty a little bigger, like, just go gym, like, and stop comparing yourself. That's another thing. You always compare yourself, what stage you're at in life, to other people that are on a totally different path to you. Oh, if he's got that car and he's buying that and that, why am I not doing? You're going down 2 different avenues. You don't know why he's posting that or whose car he's borrowing for that. Like, oh, there's a Louis Vuitton bag and like this and that and that. How do you know that's even theirs?
With appearance though, if you change yourself so much, wouldn't you be scared to see people in reality?
Wow.
I've seen it.
I was at an event a couple of days ago and I got there and there's reality TV stars there and I was looking, I was thinking, all right.
There's no filters in here.
Everybody around buddy has a little nose. You can't airbrush your face. And I was looking, I was thinking, your Instagram looks nothing like you.
That's mad.
But like you said, the chances of seeing these people from around the world, it's all about just getting the followers up. Because that's where the money comes from. So people are just doing the most to get the followers up. To get the cash. They don't care about if their face looks real smooth and they've added this in and made that bigger. They don't care. They're just doing it just to get the likes.
Followers.
People live for the likes.
Mad. Sure.
So my question, Warren, is you were in a relationship that was glamorised on social media, but in some cases that wasn't your reality. So what would you say to people that are trying to aspire to have that social media relationship goal?
Was that the time? Right, can you say that again, please?
Okay, so you were in a relationship that was glamorised on social media, but in some cases that wasn't your reality. So what would you say to people trying to aspire to kind of have that lifestyle?
Okay, so I was in a very public, open relationship that was prompted from TV, and then we come out and we find our feet, and it took some adjusting, and then without realising you are a role model for the younger generation, and people look at you and they put you up there as something they want to aspire to be or find a couple or be in a couple like that, when we're only showing you a picture or a YouTube video for you to have that opinion, when really it's a normal relationship with ups and downs, and we bickered over the silliest things like normal couples do, like healthy couples do. But sometimes you're just not as compatible as you think you are, and the strains of like work also playing a part, and just a couple of factors really. So anybody out there, I don't know, that just wants to get into reality TV and have this couple goals, like you said, hashtag couple goal, it's not everything it makes out to be. Like, if you're in a public eye, you're going to be in a public eye for all sorts of reasons, not just for being in a relationship. People need to know that at the end of the day, you're both human, you're both doing your own thing, you both make mistakes, and if you don't make it as a couple, that doesn't mean you're not still getting on your civil, because me and my ex, we still talk, we're civil.
Do you reckon if you portrayed like some of those
Negative
negative
elements of your relationship?
Not necessarily negative, of just like
The down
Just that
Yes,
real,
the
kind of
reality.
authentic,
Yes.
yeah.
it might have been like a
I laughed and joked about it.
Like
Like
people
I'd say,
do.
oh, she used to run the tap, I wouldn't turn the tap off. And I'd sometimes put it on like, the tap's running, like I got to pay the bills. And just laugh about it, like if she left like a makeup around and stuff or anything like that. But it runs a little bit deeper than that, but some things you need to keep private.
Yeah.
And I'm quite a private person anyway, so I didn't want to dish out my dirty laundry, so to speak, for everyone to see and have an opinion. But then it was taken out of my hands and everything's just out there now anyway, so.
I guess everyone else's mistakes are kind of like hidden, so no one will know. But
It's
yours
just
are
crazy how people can have such a strong opinion on something and message you some horrible words over something that they really don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
You've heard two sides of the story, but you don't know the nitty gritty or why it led to that or anything like that. But yet you're so quick to be like, some comments I was receiving over me and my ex breaking up was horrific, and I wouldn't wish it upon anybody to be in that situation. Like, that's why I had to come off Instagram. Like, I was reading it and I was like,
They serious.
okay, I'm going through a breakup anyway as it is, which is hard.
Yeah.
But for you just to be like, put a cherry on top or kick me when I'm down, like, I'm a human, like, I have mental, do you know what I mean? Like, and people just so quick. It's like, look at what you're sending somebody, like a human, and then just check yourself.
Yeah.
Completely.
I think sometimes going through situations that are highlighted, someone else can draw up emotions within that person. If they're not dealing with it, it's a projection of what's happening in their reality,
life,
what's going happening within.
I think
so
they just feel as well is that because you're so public,
They're entitled.
They're entitled to their opinion,
own
yeah.
opinion,
They
isn't
think
it?
they know you because they see you all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in this. Oh, he's
But
doing
someone
that.
said that to me, and I'm not even like, I'm not. Someone said to me the other day, she's
No,
like, I just feel
seriously.
like I know you. And I was just like,
No, girl.
and I'm not like that at all.
Yeah.
And it is kind of scary. So for you to be like that, it must be scary to
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
as well.
completely.
Well, after it all come out, I had to come to London like a week after. I kind of like had a hat on and stuff, and I was like, oh, people see me, I feel a bit embarrassed, like, for what I've done and some of the things I was receiving. And you shouldn't be able to feel that way walking out and about.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just.
But it is, it's become, it's like TV stars and actresses now.
it's
It
the new
is
thing.
reaching that. It is at that platform, isn't it? Really.
And it's only getting bigger. Reality TV is only getting bigger.
Yeah.
Some kids are saying they want to be a YouTube star. What do you want to be when you're
that's
older?
my daughter.
I want to be a YouTube star.
Yeah. I'm like,
Because
YouTube
because it looks good, but the other side of it is like what people do to themselves when they can't cope.
Yeah.
And that's come out like twice, hasn't it, with the Love Island contestant.
Yeah.
Look at that, like people do this, mental capacity, like one day, there's like mental health awareness day. It's not a day, it's every day. And it's not one post or caption like, oh, we all suffer with something. Well, no, you don't. Because you're just bringing it out once. And no matter how minor or how major it should all be tarred with the same brush. No matter how small you think it is, it can be severe if you keep it in for long enough. And it just stacks and stacks and stacks. And no one's aware of that. They just think, like you said, I want to be a YouTuber. Well, do that. But you're not going to be mentally prepared for what could come if someone has another opinion on what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You do.
You received some negative backlash to your personal situation unfolding online, which admittedly you knew you was in the wrong for. How do you now deal with the backlash via social media, and how has it affected your reality?
So I had to put my Instagram on private.
Yeah.
And I had to turn off all my comments on my YouTube because I am like a brand. So when it comes to work, I'm a model influencer. That's like my brand. So it's tarnishing that.
Of course, 100%.
So I kind of had to like get rid of it, all the negative. I had to address what happened because I felt I had to give my side of the story. Some people may agree with what I said and can understand anybody that's been through anything similar or knows that it's not Walt Disney out there. Like, it's not Mickey Mouse. I held my hands up when I said what I said. It was just a hard situation to be in, and the backlash from it has just been, it's been an eye-opener. I went away and I've worked on myself, and now I just look at everything in a more positive way. So when people comment on my pictures like this and this and this being negative, I just say thank you for your blessings, I hope you have a great day. Because I think to myself, I can't bicker because then it's giving them something to just act on because I've retaliated. But hopefully they get bored. It's reducing a bit now. Like, I posted a picture of me and my friend, who's a female, and she is only a friend. Like, we haven't done nothing, like, on my Instagram, and people are just putting things like, thought he was into black girls, rah, 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 rah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, it's my friend. Like, it's my friend. And if, in this day and age, if we can't have a male or a female friend and put a picture up, like, as me and my mate in Marbella stood there, tops off, so people were saying like gay and stuff, oh, you going the other way now? And I'm thinking, it's me and my friend. And I'm talking like, I can only block so many pages. I reckon I've blocked about 1,000 people and growing, just because they just don't think before they speak. And it's like so small-minded. But I thought, I'm not going to take the image down because I've got nothing to hide. And it's my friend at the end of the day.
And you've got to move forward, you know? You can't stay in that.
Exactly.
In that mental state, as you mentioned before. Because I know like a lot of guys go through, you know, that whole mental problem, and like we don't really take it seriously. We just think, oh, he's tough enough, he's a man, he can handle it. When really, it really is affecting.
It's definitely affected like social life a bit. I've been invited to events and I'm like, oh, what if they know about the story? And oh, I wonder if they look at me being like, oh, there's that guy that done whatnot. And it's kind of like I said, it's embarrassing. Like, I am ashamed of what I done, like, but I don't want it to be hung around like this burden on me for like ages. I want to move on from it, you know?
Completely.
But slowly and surely it's going.
It will.
So.
Social media moves quite fast.
It really does,
They'll be gone. Faye_Montana. Is it right to online stalk / search for a new partner / date on social media?
Is it right?
Is it wrong?
Is it wrong? Is it right? Is it right? Is it wrong? We all do it like without even realising. I think girls. What I've learned is girls will stalk and do all the Sherlock Holmes stuff off a fake account. So girls would always have 2 accounts, okay? For people out there, listen, right?
Oh my God!
What I've learned is they got their main account where they're putting all the pictures up and they're like, yeah. Then they've got another account which they do all the preying on.
Wow.
So,
We've been exposed. Oh my gosh.
So but nah, you got to look like a background check. But how far do you scroll? You know, before they had to glow up, or do you go, oh, you used to look. No, I stayed for the top 6 pictures. So. Nah, it's not wrong, it's not right, it's just social media, it is what it is these days.
Isis Martin, and how do you plan to manage the impact of social media on your children one day?
Well, that's if I have kids. I ain't got any yet, but
It's a good
I
question.
don't know, you just have to let them know the dangers, I think, of it. Just have to sit them down like the birds and the bees, I suppose. And just be like, listen, there's going to be guys and girls out there that are not as nice as you think we all are. And just hit them with a couple of home truths. And you got to let them make their own mistakes because that's how they're going to learn. You can't keep them wrapped up in cotton wool and just, cause there's a massive reality check. You have to let them go out and...
And hopefully by then it would be like, you know, a crime to be harassed on social media.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So my question is from Sins15. Would you date someone in the public eye again?
I think after everything that's happened, I think a private life is a happy life. And I'd like my relationship to be low-key. I just don't think I could publicly put it out there again like that. I think that's one side of my life that I want to keep private along with my family, and just use my platform for work purposes. I think.
This one is from Annie Spike. Do you ever show the bad that happens in your life to give a perspective on reality?
I don't show too much negative, like what's going on in my life. Maybe like little bits that isn't that important, like if I've lost work or something, but private life, no, I wouldn't, because then it makes me look, I know people can probably relate, and I am quite a real talker when it comes to my YouTube and bits and pieces, but some things I don't want to put it out, like the proper struggles, I kind of keep that.
You say you're really private. How do you like separate private but being such a big social media influencer?
I don't know, like family is what I like to keep private. Like on Father's Day, Mother's Day, people always put pictures up. I don't do that. I don't need to put a thank you post up from my dad or my mum. Like, they know how I actually feel. It's not that deep. So, and if I have kids, they ain't going on my Instagram at all. No way. Because people always have an opinion on that as well, and it's just.
No, you're right. I've seen that, because I've actually seen people call people's kids ugly.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And you're like, excuse me.
And you ain't even had your child yet.
But then again, I feel like, don't post your baby.
No.
Because people feel like they know you and they feel like they can say anything, and you can't really snatch them because they're behind the screen.
But then if you're taking it that serious as well, just delete the comment.
But that's a load of comments, Kimmy. How are you going to keep up with 1,000 comments saying your baby's ugly, your baby's ugly? Like, you're not in some type of way.
But this is like an adult saying this.
And that's the thing. That's what drives me crazy, because it's like, you're an adult.
Yeah.
This is what you're saying. It's not like a little child where you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a full-grown ass person.
Yeah.
And this is what you're saying about someone else's child.
It's mad.
No. That's, but for me, moving forward, I wouldn't post my kids or my husband or anything like that. I don't like people saying things
No, me too. I agree.
me or about me.
Okay, so I guess you may have answered this already, but Juki J, nice name. When do you actually draw the line between reality and social media, and can you really separate the two?
I think if you're doing it as a full-time job, it becomes, like I said, it becomes part of your life, like private life also. People just are so invested, they want to know what you're doing, eating, going out drinking, they just want to know. So there is a fine line. If you're doing it as a part-time and you've got an actual main job, then yeah, you can just use it for work. When it comes to full-time, that's when you need to keep your engagement and your followers interested, you need to come with fresh content, because you've got more time to work on it. So if you're doing it as like a part-time hobby on the side, yeah, you can just do it as like work. If it's full-time, you got to introduce a bit of your private life.
Do you reckon you can do it as part-time?
I was doing it for a couple of years part-time when I was working on drilling rigs, and I enjoyed it then. It's just modelling pictures, but then when it comes to my full-time job, everyone just wants to know what you're doing, because you're doing it full-time. How are you doing it full-time? What have you done to do it full-time? I don't want to do my normal day job, so what are you doing? And then that's what people are invested in.
But then I think it becomes full-time because you have more and more brands reaching out, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll work with you, or yeah, I'll work with you,
and
kind
you've
of
got
thing.
so much pressure.
And you've got so much, not even pressure as much, but it's your job, it's the money that you're making. So more brands that reach out to you, you're just thinking more money is being made. So because my friend is an influencer, and she does it like, I'm her camera girl. I'll do this picture. And I'm like, how do you do this all day, every day? Like, do you not just want to sit down and have a cup of tea? Like, honestly, like she has her clothes packed in a bag. She'll go around the corner, change, and I'm just like,
Change on the street.
Really?
Change that some restaurants.
People change on the street.
I'm modelling shoots in the street.
I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah. It's that deep.
So it's really not as glamorous as
it's not.
I mean,
but it's the pictures that you see. You don't see what's going on behind the scenes.
And it's stress when you're trying to get the pictures. I'm sorry, I'm like your friend. I'm that girl. I'm the one like, take picture. Don't take one picture. Take 20.
20
from every angle.
Give me just like
and then you look, you'll be like, yeah. 5 more?
Yeah.
You just said yeah, but
I
get
want
that
to say
angle.
5. I don't mean 5. I mean another 20.
Get
and then you
the
just
shoe-in,
pre
put
all
the
your posts,
earring
edit
in.
them, and then store them
make
ready
sure
to
you
post.
And then it's
do
the
it.
editing
Make
process
sure-
as well.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see this. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We do
just
not see this, do we?
No,
don't.
and this is the problem.
Yeah.
This is
And
the
that's
problem.
why we just think you're living like this amazing life, going to these amazing places, these beautiful dinners, you're eating great
Yeah.
food, you're training all the time, and
Yeah.
you're going on these holidays.
And your life is so glamorous.
Exactly. That's why we think that when we were hearing that you're getting changed in the toilet and you're getting, you know,
That's what they do.
100 photos.
And it's like you can't actually relax when you're out. If you're getting paid to, like, say, promote a place where you're at, like a restaurant or something, and you want them to tag, you want to get the right picture to put up on your page. So it's actually pressure. You're sat there, you're trying to get the picture. It's not even fun.
It's like, I don't even want to like get a fresh feed every week, and I'd love to grow this and just not bother. And then a brand would come in and be like, oh, do you want that? I'm like, oh.
God, yeah.
I don't want to look like a caveman on my feed. You know what I mean? I don't. So then you have to go and get a haircut, and then summer's coming, so I'm going to have to go gym, and then just got to stay in shape.
That
I just love
pressure.
to be like, I don't want to go gym.
Yeah.
Just to look a certain way,
Yeah.
so you just keep getting the work.
Yeah.
So this segment of the show, we go through our tips and solutions of how we can help someone in the audience dealing with social media versus reality. Edith.
So I would say is to exist in reality first before social media. Social media has its pros and cons. Don't let it deter you or define who you are by keeping up with popularity. Stay true to yourself.
So my tip is who you follow will influence you. So choose who you follow. Follow relatable people, people that uplift or inspire you or make you laugh. So time to change that feed.
Yeah. So my one is always take social media with a pinch of salt. Love who you are, love what you bring to the world, and don't try and live in the shadows of others. I've realised that success is not measured by likes or followers. The key to success is happiness.
I would say it's the person and not the platform. Social media can be a great way to connect to other people, but used in the wrong way or for the wrong reasons, it can cause a disconnection to ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's always good to take a little time out, check in with yourself about your intentions. What are you trying to portray? And what are you trying to achieve? And also, like Kimi said, think about what you're taking in on your feed and how is that really benefiting you.
Okay, so my tip is no one really knows what's going on behind closed doors. So that is the phrase that kind of comes to mind when I think about social media versus reality. And I think most people post about the good, and the ratio of the like good and bad is not really balanced. So it's kind of like it's not really the reality that people are living. So I don't think people should kind of like believe into kind of what they see on the feed.
Yeah. Absolutely. Warren, do you have a tip?
I'll just say like live in the moment more and not on your phone, because it's a fake. I've started to, because what you're seeing on your phone it's not real life.
Yeah.
So don't compare yourself to fake.
Social media is a formidable platform which can be used for all things great. However, as the facts listed in today's show, don't let it ruin your life or your mental health space. Find the balance in your life and take control. If you like today's topic, please comment, share, and subscribe down below.